Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I, myself, am Dr. Cush. We are here today for what has been called recently. What the heck is going on over there? Doesn't matter. What has been called over the past many years, the birthday show. Now, we've done an interview show on the birthday show. We had my producer interview me. We've done other things on the birthday show. Today, I wanted to keep it nice and low key. And I wanted to start to define, after so many years, this hair is not going to work. We're going to go ahead and just throw a hat on. Perfect. Over so many years, we're going to start to define what this show really does, what it really is. And I think that it's important in home cocktail making, and in case any of you decide it's time, you have to open up a bar. In that case, I think it's important that we learn to not just follow recipes, but to also find ways to make things work. Does that make sense? Let me put it to you in what we're doing today. Fassionola has eluded me for a long time. I've never found the recipe. Why? Gone forever. It just Fassionola does not exist as a written down recipe, and everybody has a different thing, a different way to do it, but nobody's ever found the one. So what have I done? Ignored Fassionola almost completely. I've replaced it with things like Hawaiian Punch. I've replaced it with things like grenadine, all kinds of stuff. Never found one that really worked well or that was Fassionola. So today, we're just going to take a big fat hack at this thing, and we're going to make some Fassionola. I got a little work from, I got a little inspiration from a place called Easy Tiki. Simple Tiki, one of those places. It was a tiki that wasn't so difficult to make. And we're going to make some Fassionola. And then from there, we're going to make 2 drinks out of it. I'm giving myself permission on my second 21st birthday to be able to just play more with this stuff. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to play around with it. I am turning, this is my second 21st birthday. And I think Fassionola also represents a great drink for people that are newly 21. Sort of fits into a lot of drinks. You can make big, fat, heavy drinks, punches, etc., because we are, after all, in the summer of punch. Before we get too far into this, before I get too deep into my theories on what we're doing, let me say hello to our people. Here we go. Shawnee Pannebaker, wish me a very happy birthday. My birthday is technically on Tuesday. We will have a show on Tuesday as well. But, you know, Saturday shows are the longer shows. This is where we, whatever. But thank you. I didn't do this so I could have a 3-day birthday. That was not the case. But it would be weird if I didn't do the birthday show close to the birthday. So that's where we're at. Thank you there's Espen saying, sorry, Espen. Here is Moose saying happy weekend to everybody. Absolutely. DCW Clark wishing old Dr. Cush a happy B-Day. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Espen knows it is Tuesday. It is that. Calling all Cushies, yells Kyle Tender. I was wondering what he was yelling at a minute ago. He was yelling for you guys. Shawnee Pannebaker has never tried making Fassionola before. He is excited about this one. That is great, Shawnee P. We are going to make this pretty simply. We're not going to go, there's not going to be 1,000 different fruits. People call for papayas in this. People call for dark red cherries. We're not doing any of that. We're going to make this the best ingredient to have for any of these drinks is the one that you already have. So hopefully this will be easy enough for you guys to make. Amy Beer, is here. Cheers and happy birthday to me. Thank you to Amy Beer, and happy birthday to you whenever your birthday is. You guys know, just tell me when your birthday is, and I will we'll celebrate them. That's one of my favorite things. Tiki Tom he was out working in the garden, almost late, but he made it. Don't worry. Loriander has turned 10 5 times. Those must have been some weird birthdays deeper in. Having a 10-year-old's birthday party on your 4th time. That's a weird party to throw. Jay Carter, party starter, is here, just yelling DC. Scotty the Boy is here. One of the boys is here. Davey Big Time is certainly in the house. Davey Big Time Smart. Paulie B, happy early birthday. Thank you. Kyle wants a wow for that.
Wow.
Wow, Paul. Wow. Asante to everybody. We just learned that very recently. That's French for something or other. I don't know what it's French for. Cheers, probably. Health? I don't know. Davey Virtue is here. Hey-o. Happy birthday from Davey Virtue. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Birthday week starts now. We do not do birthday weeks. No. That is not the reason we're doing this. That's it. Dougie G is popping in to say howdy, but he cannot stick around. He is at another tiki bar, cheating on old Dr. Cush. That's fine. That's fine. Tell them that I say hello, I guess, over there at Strongwater. Congratulate them on winning a James Beard. They were top 10 in the James Beard voting. That's pretty impressive. Speaking of impressive, let me tell you a little story about a man named Donn. I told you the story of Donn a lot. This is a Donn Beach invention. Let's put our thoughts together. So basically, Fassionola. Let's start it big so that the people on YouTube, when they hear me yelling at them, they will immediately be interested in what I'm saying. Fassionola. What the heck is it? Well, it was created by a guy named Donn Beach. Donn Beach was famously very secretive about his processes for making cocktails. He liked to hide them away. Even with his bartenders that were working there, he would just label bottles with numbers and letters so that nobody knew exactly what was in them. And unfortunately for us, who now sort of see him as the godfather of all of this tiki stuff and want to go back and make some of his drinks, it makes it very, very difficult. There's one guy. A dude named Jeffrey Beachbum Berry did a pretty good job. I mean, let's say pretty good job. He did the best job there is at creating or at sort of archaeologizing all of these old recipes. Put them into a number of books, sort of put them in historical context. He was able to find things like gardenia mix. He was able to find out what Donn's mix was, all of this stuff. But the one that nobody really can figure out ever was Fassionola. It's a tiki mystery. I should have started like that. Let's get that one going. It's a tiki mystery. Fassionola. We'll edit around this, the whole thing. Anyway, basically what it is, everybody knows. It's everybody agrees. Every person that saw this Fassionola stuff, they agreed that it was bright, it was red, and it tasted very, very fruity, very... It tasted a lot like Hawaiian Punch is basically what it tasted like. That's how people would describe it. So, oh gosh, nobody ever told me. Nobody even told me that these were on. Where is everybody with the lanterns? There we go. Lanterns are on. Should we start over? No. There we go. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle, just let me know. In the end, we're talking a lot about Fassionola because that's what we're making today. In the end, this recipe was just lost to time. Obviously, that should be sad to us. That's something like the Library of Alexandria. What was even in those books that we don't know about? Aliens? Most likely aliens. It's always aliens. But in this particular case, we have lost this recipe to time. While we could sit around and be sad about it, I think it's better that instead we just make our own. We just make our own. We find something that is similar to the way it looks, sort of the way it tastes, and find a way to make this into, take what we know about tiki ingredients, about bartending in general, and just sort of shove it into this recipe. So that's what we're doing. We're making Fassionola, and then we're going to make two of Fassionola's most famous cocktails. We're going to make a hurricane, and we are going to make a cobra's fang. So get you ready. Starting off over here. We've done this a few times recently. We're starting over here with a bag. This is an open bag on both ends. Doesn't really do much for bagging things, but that's because this is a food saver bag. We're going to start off by sealing 1/2 of a food saver bag so that we can, a lot of this stuff I probably don't need to do on camera, but you know, it gives everybody time to hang out. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. We are going to hit this food saver bag right here. It's called a NutriChef. We're going to push the seal button. Show you guys what we're doing. Oh. There we go. Hit that seal button. That is going to seal our bag. You just wait. All right. Now our bag no longer has a hole on the other side of it. Perfect. That is excellent. That's what we're looking for. Get out of there. Okay. Well, we have to fill this bag up with something. Can't just have an empty bag. I think that's illegal. I don't know the laws in most counties, but I don't think it's legal to have just empty bags sitting around. So we're going to put that off to the side. What are we going to fill this with? Well, really what we want is a berry forward, a very berry mixture of an oleo saccharum, or at least a sugar sauce. That's what we're up to. So, Kyle, if you get a chance, I need lemons. Thank you. I just went to the store recently, and I bought one of these. Now, you don't have to use these 3 particular berries. These are Driscoll's. This is blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. If you want, you can use strawberries, schnozberries, and airtberries. I don't know what the last 2 ones are. Use whatever berries you like. Use the berries that you have available to you, and from there, you will make this delicious stuff. So we're not going to make a ton. We've already made this a lot. So all you got to do is put in a mixture of this stuff that you think is appropriate. So go ahead and throw in some blackberries in like this. That's good. We throw in some raspberries. We want them to be red. Thank you, Kyle. Just the one will be fine, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll take that one too. Thank you. To you, buddy. We want this to be really red, so find red berries. A lot of times, strawberries are everybody's favorite to throw in here. We're going to throw in all of the raspberries, a bunch of the blackberries, like that. And the blueberries, I have a feeling, are going to rolling everywhere. So throw in a few blueberries in there as well. Excellent. Looking good. Eat the rest of these later. These here. Now, not just berries. That is what we're looking for. We also want a little bit of that tropical flair. I don't know. These are winter berries that we're dealing with right here. We need summer berries. And I have a summer berry for you. Almost positive. I'm almost positive that a pineapple is a berry. Can somebody please look that up? Is a pineapple a berry? I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to do that. But if you guys would look it up, let me know if pineapples are berries. If not, grab a pineapple in whatever form it is, and we're just going to slice off this top here. There we go. And we are going to use just a little bit of this pineapple as well. We'll use the rest of the pineapple. We're not throwing pineapple out. We use the rest of the pineapple for something later. Put that there. Perfect. All right. We don't want skin. Loriander asking red currant. Or is that too sour? You know, Loriander, that's kind of up to you. It's kind of up to you. I feel like if you like red currants, then I think that'll work good for you. You know, if it is too sour for you, a great way to deal with that is to add more sweet. So just find a way to just add a touch more sweet, and you should be good there. Just finding those nice red berries. Now, oh, Kyle's letting me know that one did go on the ground. Well, I'm going to try not to step on it. Oh, gosh. Okay. Go ahead and slice this nice and thin. We want this pineapple extra thin here. Another angle of that. There we go. Just nice and thin, small little chunkules. That's what we need. Oh, Kyle, I really did not prepare well for the show. Kyle, would you bring in my big bowl of sugar as well? We want to grab this pineapple and toss it in. How much pineapple, you ask? Just whatever. Just however much you want. We are looking for this, at this point, to be about 1 pound. 1 pound of fruit. How will we know if it's 1 pound? Scale. Throw a scale on here. Go ahead, throw this in here. Turn this on. We're not going to account for the bag weight. It is exactly 1 pound. Nailed it. Oh, thank you, Kyle. And what is that? Oh, thank you. Perfect. Yeah, that's a great idea. Kyle, let's put a bus tub over that way so that I don't just throw things on the ground anymore. Good work, pal. You're looking for the blueberry? Cut it up when I can. Yeah, no idea. No idea. Kyle, although Kyle doesn't say much, he is the worst charades player there's ever been. All right, we have this. We also need to be adding one. I did not do this very well at all. Okay, we need 1 pound of sugar. We need 1 pound of sugar. We're going to bring the scale back up. That's all in there. Excellent. Okay, 1 pound of sugar. We need equal parts fruit to sugar. So here we go. This seems dangerous. All right, here we go. Pouring our sugar in. There we go until that thing hits 2. Nailed it. All right. We are now equal parts of fruit and sugar. Now, this seems right now like it is incredibly dry. It does not seem like there is a lot of moisture going on in here. It does not seem like there is a lot of anything really going on in here except for fruit and sugar. But as we have seen through the miracle, through the absolute miraculous discovery of a thing called oleosaccharum, we're gonna get some liquid in here. So we do want to add just a little bit of this oil to it. This is a lemon. For every pound that you do, I would do 1 medium-sized lemon. Get this going in here. Just take all of the outsides off and toss this right in there. There we go. Berries, whatever kind of berries you want. Pineapple, whatever kind of pineapple you want. And some sugar. That's what we want, with a little bit of lemon. And we're going to seal this guy up. I'm going to throw this in here. Close this up. And we are, there we go. And we're going to hit vacuum seal. Just sucking the life out of this thing. Really get all that in there. Just going to seal it off. And there we have it. This is the beginning of our oleosaccharum. Now, if you do not have a food saver to do this, is there a way to do it without a food saver? There absolutely is. 1000% there is. Grab a mason jar, put all this stuff into it, and let it sit for about 24 hours. All of that sugar will get into everything, and it'll pull out all that good moisture, and you won't need to do this guy. But this really makes the process go by a lot faster. All of that sugar is now being forced into the fruit to start extracting all of that deliciousness in here, and there we have it. So through the power of editing and having done this already, I am now going to skip right ahead. So let's here, put this here first. So in the blink of an eye, this will become completely liquid and ready for our next step. So just make sure you blink your eyes when I say blink. Ready? 1, 2, 3, blink. Oh, there we go. Put this away. There we go. This is that exact same thing, but I let it sit in this bag for about 10 hours. This is about 10 hours worth of just letting this sit. You can see there's lemon peels all the way through there. There's all this pineapple. This is the color we're looking for this Fassionola. This is the real deal Fassionola. We have a couple more steps with it though. Really important that you let that sit and get all of the moisture out. We have a lot of measuring in this one. So hopefully you guys aren't going to beat me up for being a nerd on this, but we do have to be a touch nerdy on this. We're going to put a mason jar right here, and we are going to pour out. Oh no, Kyle, I need a tea strainer. I really did not figure that out. Kyle, can you bring in a tea strainer for me? Largest we got. What we want to do is we want to strain all of this out into our mason jar because we have a couple more ingredients to add that we did not add beforehand because we don't need all of that juice extracted from those other ingredients. So we'll just wait for a second for a tea strainer to pop in here, and then we will go from there. I hear him going. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you. I think we should be good at this point. I think that's the last thing we'll need. Excellent. Thank you, pal. Always a pleasure, they say. Never a chore. We are going to slice just a little bit of this top part right here. Let's move this here so we can see what we're doing. We're just going to slice this off, try and get as much of this juice out as we can. And we are going to strain this through our tea strainer. What are the chances this is going to stand up on its own? We're going to concoct some sort of Rube Goldberg here. That's pretty good. All right, go ahead and strain this right through. There we go. Try little bits at first. As this gets through, we should find more little bits. Let's give myself kind of a wimpy little hole here. There we go. All right, get the rest of this going. Send this through as much as you can. You can see that the liquid that we have left is that beautiful bright red pink. I guess it's like a dark red situation. We'll speed this up later. Oh, dang it. We didn't measure. We didn't tear it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll be just a little less. I'll pour this all through. I guess I probably could have done this step early too, and then we could have just done a little bit more movie magic. There we go. Just squeeze on through there. Looking great. Looking great. It's my birthday. Will be quiet if I want to. Quiet if I want to. There we go. All right. Just going to get this going a little bit longer, guys. I promise this is the longest part of the whole show. I don't know. I don't know why we're losing people quickly. All right. That'll be fine for this. We'll do the rest of it later. Put that there. We're going to give this a big stir until we get a beautiful bright red color going on here. And then we want to take a look at the weight of our mixture with just the liquid in here. Kyle, pretty brilliant to bring in this thing. We are going to make a mess. All right. And we're going down. Oh, yeah. That's great. Perfect. All right. This is some very thick and sticky liquid, as our friend Loriander says, is a very thick and sticky liquid. Yes, we're going to thin it out just a little bit. We have two ways that we're going to thin it out. Kyle, I need hibiscus tea. Kyle made me some hibiscus tea earlier, and we're going to need it. Okay, we have let's switch this up. I lost track of the amount. So we're going to hit this. We're going to tear this, and then we're going to dump this in. Okay, we have 15 ounces in this. So, dang it, I wish it was 16. We need 1/4 of this, of whatever that weight is, to be in passion fruit. Passion fruit. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, just go ahead and hand it to me. Sorry. Oh, you want to hand it to me again? Kyle made a visibly sad face when he was not able to be on camera. There we go. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Put this to the side for right now. Passion fruit. Now, this passion fruit is my favorite passion fruit to use for things like this because it does taste like passion fruit, and that's what we need. So 16, we're going to do 4 ounces of some passion fruit. This is the puree. Nailed it. We're going to call that it. Put that right here. We're going to throw our passion fruit puree into this mix. There we go. Throw the rest of it in there. And, ooh, that is sour. And you want to add 1/8 of whatever it weighed, so half of whatever you just put in there, in hibiscus tea. This is just hibiscus tea. We made some hibiscus tea moments ago, so we need 2 ounces. Funny enough, I'm just going to put it in like this. And thus, you have it. This is Fassionola. Give this a nice shake so that all of that passion fruit can really get going. Don't leak. Thank you. All right. Give this a nice shake so that all of this can melt in here, and we will have berries, pineapples, We will have some passion fruit. We will have some lemon. We'll have some pineapples. We will have everything in here that makes this into a lovely, interesting version of a... I need you guys to break up a little bit better. We probably should have blended it. We're not going to blend it. Into a lovely version of some Fassionola. It has everything that it was described as. It will taste very much like some Hawaiian punch. It is bright red, so it will make our delicious drinks even more delicious and very bright red. And from there we go. Heard that break up. And from there, we will have Fassionola. Let's give it a taste. Why not? And then we'll make some drinks with it. Oh my gosh. Now, I want to say again, I have never in my life had real Fassionola. Why? Because the recipe was gone probably before I was born. This is an old recipe that has just straight up disappeared off the face of the earth. And so, in that, we don't mourn it. What we want to do instead is just create a brand new one. All right, 30 minutes in, and we're going to make our first drink. Let's get to it. Fast for Kyle. Too many times tonight. Kyle, if you are just walking by the bar at some point, can you bring in a towel? We're out. Okay, let's make one of the most famous, if not the most famous, Fassionola drink of all time. It's created at a place called Pat O'Brien's. If you've ever been to New Orleans, you've probably seen a couple drunk people just passed out near Pat O'Brien's. It is a drink that is called the Hurricane, and it was named actually after the glass that it gets served in. This is a squall glass. It was named after, thank you, good throw. It was named after this glass right here. This glass right here. This one. It's named after this one. This is a squall glass, small hurricane. Pretty cute. But we'll make this in a real hurricane glass. It's very, very simple. After you've made your Fassionola, it should be almost no work at all. It's a 3-ingredient drink if you don't count all 5,000 ingredients in our newly made Fassionola. So let's take our Fassionola, and we're going to throw in 1 ounce of your Fassionola. Paul is saying the Cocktail Emporium sells Fassionola for $15. Has anybody tried theirs? I have not. I have not. And most likely, at this point, will not. I think that I am very happy with my Fassionola and how we make it. But who knows? I think this whole thing, the whole cost of all this thing, is $4.99 for the berries. Berries are expensive. It was $2.99 for the pineapple, but we still have pineapple left. And it was $4.99 for the bag of passion fruit. And it was like 50 cents for a lemon. Plus a lot of sugar. Sugar can be expensive. Go ahead and give this a big squeeze. We need 1 ounce of lemon juice. There we go. Put those there. And obviously, Hurricane. We need to get some rum up in this. So the rum we'll be using today, I think that probably Karuba would be very nice. But as the husbands are not here, we will instead use a different rum, a dark Jamaican rum. We're going to be using this guy. This is Myers Dark Jamaican Rum. We're going to go ahead and put in 2 ounces of a dark Jamaican rum. There we have it. That's it. Now, technically, this drink should be probably double the size. Normally, when people are making a hurricane, they're making a 4 ounce to 2 ounce, 2 ounce, 4-2-2. It's still a 1-2-2 or 1-1-2 a recipe, 2-1-1. But you know, we're getting older. It's harder and harder to continue to drink like this. So I go ahead and put a bunch of ice into here and big hard shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whew. Oh, my bones. Pour this in. You have that amazing, amazing. Let's get this out of here. Don't watch this. You have that amazing bright red color that we're always looking for when we are dealing with Fassionola, when we have anything like a hurricane going. This is the color we want. We will throw in one of these. Throw one of these. You can't see it there. Let's get a good picture of it. There we go. One of those. And now we have a delicious cocktail from New Orleans called the Hurricane. I'm acting like I've never done this before. Sometimes, let me just, I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes when the first part of the show takes too long, it throws off all of my timing, and then I can't think at all. Let's take a nice deep breath. Do a little tapping. And let's continue on with the show. This right here is an amazing cocktail coming out of New Orleans called the Hurricane. 3 ingredients, as long as you already have Fassionola. If you haven't already made Fassionola, I just showed you how to. There's a whole first part of this where I showed you how to. Super simple, wonderful cocktail. If you're doing it right, it should be a little tight. Don't say that. If you're doing it right, it should be a little tart, not tight. If you're doing it right, the drink should not be tight. If you're doing it right, it should have a little tartness to it. A lot of times, I feel like, just like with everything else, if you go to what's it called? Las Vegas. You heard of it? Little pueblo just east of here. If you go to that little pueblo, you will have a daiquiri, and it'll be super saccharine, super sweet. That's not what we're looking for in this one. This should have a nice, easy balance. If you want to add more of anything, obviously do it. It's your cocktail. But cheers to the Hurricane and to Fassionola. That is delicious.
Wow.
Wow. How about we give it some money? That is a delicious cocktail. A super simple cocktail. 2-1-1. We're talking about we're talking about formulas this summer, in the summer of punch. We're going to get into a deeper formula here in a minute, but we're talking about formulas. This is a very simple formula. If you're ever looking for looking at a drink and it says that it has 3 ingredients in it, some sweetener, some like sour, and some booze, I think the best way to start is 2-1-1. 2 booze and then 1 of each thing. Obviously, if you already know your palate very well, and you say, I don't like things that are so tart, I'm going to add more sweet, or I don't like things that are so sweet, I'm going to add more tart, then you can do that instantly. But as you're learning what it is that you like about drinks, or what it is to deconstruct a drink like this, then start with 2-1-1. That is really something else. That is really something else. And it all fit in the hurricane glass. We did it. Okay. Kyle, do you want this drink? I assume Kyle wants this drink. This seems very much like a Kyle drink. Is there anything else that I need from Kyle before he comes in here, though? He's already waiting at the door. He's coming in. Super simple cocktail, not a lot to it. Here we go. Thank you. My wife says, take your time. It's your birthday. That is true. Here you go, buddy. Enjoy that one. I think you're going to really like it. You gotta he just stares at the television and she's in here and throws everything else off. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll get all that stuff later. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Till next time. See you, buddy. See you later. All right. All right. More. We just lost half of the decorations. What if there was a naked lady hiding behind this? We could get kicked off of YouTube. Okay. There are some drinks that we have made on this show before that I wanted a redo at, and we are getting a redo at this point. We're getting a bunch of redos going. Oh, thank you very much, Cyrus. Oh, I didn't see Cyrus here. Let me give Cyrus. And is this the one? Cheers, Cyrus. You're not allowed to laugh at your own destruction, Kyle. There are some cocktails that we have done on the show before that I want a second stab at, please. That is sort of what it is to do 3 to 4 shows a week live. Other cocktail content creators, they will take a week, they will take a couple weeks to perfect one cocktail, and then we'll never go and revisit that cocktail again. So the way that they made it that one time, that's just sort of how it's going to live forever. I like to think of this show as sort of an ever-evolving beast. We will remake cocktails. We don't have to have all the information every time. Sometimes we learn new things as we go about. Sometimes facts change about cocktails. Sometimes what happens about cocktails will change. And sometimes we will just come across better, easier, or more flavorful methods to make cocktails. I think that this way to make Fassionola is an amazing way to make Fassionola. And we have made this cocktail before only using I think we've done it once with Hawaiian Punch syrup, where we just took some Hawaiian Punch, put some more sugar into it, and sort of boiled it down until we got this really thick Hawaiian Punch bright red syrup. That's one way we did Fassionola beforehand. And then another time we made it and we just did grenadine. Well, this time we have what we're now calling Dr. Cush's Exotic Fassionola. This is what we have now down here. So, yippee, and also...
That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender.
So I am just a regular human bartender. So we are going to attempt this cocktail again. It is another great Donn cocktail. Even if you didn't know that it was a Donn cocktail, once you finish making it, you will see why it is. And also, the reason that we even made this Fassionola, the reason that we're even doing this whole thing is because it is the summer of punch. And this is an amazing example of a punch. So let's make a cocktail right now called the Cobra's Fang. Whoa, let's say it without an R somewhere there. Let's make a cocktail right now called the Cobra's Fang. Those are supposed to be Cobra's Fangs. Okay. We do want to get our... Oh, dang it. Okay, fine. I've called Kyle in here too many times and I can't afford to break anything else. So we're going to take this already used orange here. We're going to make our garnish first. The garnish for these things, for this Cobra's Fang, is a pretty important garnish. We're just going to get that out of the way when our cinematography awards. We're going to take our knife and we're going to keep as close to this orange as we can, and we are just going to go up and down, giving us a very nice long snake of an orange. There we go, right there. Doesn't look much like a snake right now. A little bit. Looks a little bit like a snake, but we'll use that later. So we'll put that off to the side. And lucky for us, we will use this orange in this cocktail. So let's go ahead and slice this across. And this orange will have given its life and truly made a difference in this world after being used just about to the bone. All right. We need half an ounce of some orange juice. Half an ounce of orange juice. There we go. You're very welcome, Cyrus. I'll give you one more. How about? Yippee! I know Cyrus likes the sounds. That's even if you don't like the bartending that we got going on in here, I will try and give you the things that you like. He likes the sounds. Okay, we need half an ounce of lime juice as well. So grab one of your friends, the Humble Bumble Lime. Give it a little spin there. The spin doesn't do anything. I do it every time. Same way that every time I open a bottle, I smell it. Every time I put a lime down, I got to spin it. Like every time I pick up tongs, got to clack them. Clack, clack, clack. Every time I pick up a drill, brum, brum, you got to do it. Every time you put a line down, spin it. It doesn't do anything, but we like it anyway. We're going to go ahead and put in, we're going to cut that in half as opposed to the normal way we do this. We're going to be putting in half an ounce of some lime juice here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So that turns out, strangely enough, is our 1 of sour. That's 1 of sour. So if we're making a punch, 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 weak and a little nice, make it all nice. We have our orange juice, which, yes, orange juice is sweet, but orange juice is also citric acid, and that will have our sour elements in here. And so obviously does lime juice. So we need, it's going to be 1 full ounce of that. So half an ounce of some lime juice here to complete our 1 of sour for our punch. Great. I think we'll put this away now. 2 of sweet. We need 2 of sweet going into this one. Now, we're not going to be putting in 2 ounces, even though we have 1 ounce of lime, and that sort of works. We're not going to be putting in 2 ounces of sweet. We're just going to be doing double the sweet tastes in here. We're going to be making, basically just find ways to make this nice and big and sweet. We're going to be using this guy first. This is Velvet Falernum. Velvet Falernum is a sweet liqueur. It tastes kind of, I've heard people say it kind of tastes like marzipan. I've heard people say that it tastes like almonds. I've heard people say it tastes like cloves. It has almonds and cloves and, you know, all that stuff in it. But it's Velvet Falernum. It tastes like Velvet Falernum. Got a little citrus in there as well. We need half an ounce of some Velvet Falernum. Great. We didn't spend all day. Part of yesterday, rode my bike from the bar to the store to pick up a bunch of stuff. We didn't waste that time to not use Fassionola in this recipe. So grab your homemade Fassionola. It is pretty simple to make homemade Fassionola. Don't believe me? There's a whole other video about it. Just trust me, we'll cut this up and then there'll be a whole other video about it. Or just watch the beginning of this long video. We need half an ounce of some homemade Fassionola syrup. Now, if we were to just taste this right now, we would be hit with more sweet than sour. That is the structure that we want for this drink. We want more sweet than sour so far. The sweets are really going to be sort of bolstering a lot of what else we're putting in here. And the rest of this is going to be all rum. So get ready. We're reaching down, bottom row again, to find ourselves some more Myers rum. Find a dark Jamaican rum. Now, yes, we use a lot of Myers rum. Why do we use a lot of Myers rum? Because it comes in these huge jugs. I don't have to, oh, let's get the Ralph sticker on. I think it's been on there forever. Don't lose continuity. We use this one because it is nice enough for cocktails. It is cheap for cocktails. Easy peasy to use for cocktails. Is it a great sipping rum, Myers? I'd sip on it, maybe. Is there something else I'd rather sip? Yes, there's other things I'd rather sip on, but that doesn't matter for today because we're not going to be sipping on it. We are instead going to be putting it into a cocktail. We need 1.5 ounces of a dark Jamaican rum. Excellent. Excellent. I said that even if you didn't know this was a Donn cocktail, that you would be able to tell that this is a Donn cocktail because of our last 2 ingredients, really. And that is going to be his herb stirrer. It's herb sant, which is basically just absinthe. It's an absinthe anagram. You mix up the letters. Herb sant spells absinthe. And it's going to be a little bit of Angostura bitters. That was Donn's special spice that he put into all of his punches. So you could tell that it was a Donn drink by the spice that he threw in there. So we're going to grab a little bit of this. This is not called Sam and Dave. This is the Bitter Baron and the Bitter Baroness. They own this bottle. If you'd like to own a bottle, pop on over to Patreon, learn how to do that. But they own the Angostura bitters. We're going to be putting in 1 large dash of some Angostura bitters. And we're going to be putting in 1 large dash of some of this. This is just absinthe. Nice and easy. It's legal now since 2007. You can own your own bottle of absinthe. Put a couple dashes, put 1 dash of some absinthe into this. Seems like I'm doing overly dashed. These are small dashers. Perfect. Now we have this large thing that will not fit, this large tin. We have this large tin that will not fit another shaker because we're not shaking this one. We're going to blend this one. So we're going to put a bunch of ice in here. There we go. And we're going to bring out everybody's hero, the Drink Master. The Hammy Beach Drink Master is ready to go. We're going to put in our business here. Here, put our business in here. We're going to throw this right in here. And we are, oh dang, that's what that sound was. This thing doesn't work. Okay, well, we won't be able to do an overhead cam. So we're gonna have to do this cam right here and this cam right here. Let's give this a nice, easy blend. Not working. Oh, no, there's, okay, ready? Here we go. Excellent. We've done it. Throw this off, get our glass ready. I'll throw this into one of these guys right here. I don't know if this is going to be enough. We might have to retake this shot. Oh. Never mind. It's exactly enough. Put that here, grab another straw. There's no pineapple in this one, but we have this pineapple here. Might as well throw 2 of these guys right in that way. And we'll throw this guy right here. This is just a little pineapple on a pineapple. Throw that right there. And There we have it, my friends. With the real Fassionola, with the right rums, with everything going, we are looking good. Now, did I just say rums? I did, because we are missing something. One last rum. And what kind of rum is it? I should have had this ready to go. What kind of rum is it? What kind of rum is it? It's
a floater.
It's a floater. I wonder where Bootopia is. I hope he's all right. We missed that guy. Hopefully he's doing all right. This right here for our last rum is going to be our 151 proof Demerara. That is going to lead us to the 3 of strong. We don't need a lot of this. This stuff is very heavy. We need half an ounce of some Demerara 151. We're just going to float this. We're just going to float this right here on top. And we have it. And we have it. This lovely concoction, homemade everything. Did I make homemade everything? I didn't make the rum. Give me a break on that one. We made everything. Everything else, though, here at home, we didn't make the flourished either. I don't know why I'm touting the homemade part. This right here is a drink called the Cobra's Fang. I made the gosh darn thing, and then I put all this other garbage into it. I'm not really thinking tonight, guys. I don't know what's going on. Let's finish off our Cobra's thing. This is our garnish right here. We're going to take a little knife. We're just going to cut open a couple eyes right here on one part of the snake so that it looks like that. We have our 2 little snakes going. We are going to shove our snake. Take this out. We're going to shove our snake into our cocktail. So that his little head pokes out of the side. Give you a full view of that. And there we go. That is the Cobra's Fang. Did we make it? We made it through. Clearly, I'm having a rough birthday. I don't know what's going on, but we're remembering everything now. We're back on it. Oh my God! Not anymore. That's a very good drink. That is really something very special. It is with its very special garnish that looks like a snake, and with its homemade Fassionola, super easy to do, super hard to mess up. Very, very nice stuff. Donn Beach original. We've done it. Thank you. Okay. Tiki Tom says Myers is very inexpensive and darn tasty. Just don't sip it neat. Yeah, listen, I don't want to give Myers too much flack because it isn't a rum that's meant to be sipped neat. Neither is Lemon Heart 151. They're just not meant to be sipped neat. That's a rum that is, as I think, probably perfect for cocktails. Anytime a cocktail recipe calls for a dark Jamaican rum, you should just have one of these big bottles, these 175s of Myers waiting around for you so that you can be ready to have a little tiki party by yourself. There we go. Okay. Did we do it? I think we did it. In case anybody, I don't think anybody here is going to Tiki Oasis. So, but in case you are, the tickets have gone up. There is a special code if you want to take my class. It is, of course, Cushman. You get $10 off of your class, your seminar, for my seminar. And check that out. Also, we will be back here on Tuesday. That will be my actual birthday. What are we doing that day? I don't know. Clearly, this birthday show, I'm a little frazzled for some reason. We tried to catch back up. We just never did. That's what happens on a live show. Sometimes you just never catch back up. But hopefully we will be ready to go back here on Tuesday for Tiki Tuesday, where we will continue our series called A Summer of Punch, or The Summer of Punch. Let's call it The Summer of Punch. It's not just any old Summer of Punch. This is the Summer of Punch. 2024, The Summer of Punch. Hopefully Don Henley will write a song about this later on, and it will rock like all of those old Eagles songs used to rock. And it will be about the Summer of Punch. Hopefully that's the case. If not, we'll write our own song. Making syrups cuts into my drinking time, says Paul. Yes, I understand, Paul. You can drink and make syrups at the exact same time. That's something you can do. Thank you very much, Tara Pitt. Tara Pitt, one of my, she works with me on some of my projects. Always good to see Tara Pitt. Oh, yes, and here are seminar tickets in case you guys wanted to go take a seminar. Okay, thank you, Jay Carter, Party Starter. That's, I think, guys, is that we have done it. We will be back here on Tuesday next week in order to complete the trilogy of Tiki Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, and the Saturday class. That is the trilogy of Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks stuff. If you are interested at all in helping out the show, and I know some of you guys are, I have a Patreon right down there. Whoop, in the description, I have a Patreon. It's a great way to help the show out. The show is really a labor of love at this point. So if you guys are interested at all in helping out, that would be helpful. If you don't want to help out through Patreon, there's another way. I have a Venmo, and I have a something else. Venmo and PayPal, maybe. Right down there, buy me a shot. I do take those shots, and I love them. So send that my way if you can. If you can't help out financially, I totally get it. Times are tough. I get it. Times are rough. If you can't help out that way, another way you can do it is by sharing this content. If you find anybody that you might think might like this kind of thing, send it off. Say, hey, doesn't cost you anything. Watch it. Listen to it while you're on a bike or something. And if you can't do that, you don't trust that this will get to the right place. Best thing you can do is show up. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. As always, it has been a pleasure, and I'm just going to pick a random sound effect.
What did you do to my drink?
It's a weird random one. We're going to pick one more random one.
May I please have a drink, please?
Okay. And then we will say goodbye to all of you. We will see you again here on Tuesday for my birthday. Cheers, as always.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
And
Goodbye.
goodbye.
I'm having a party, and you're invited!
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Bye bye.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki no es verdad ta 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 ta.
Bye! Bye! Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
I know.
Yes! All right! Woo!
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.